Yeehaw!
Hey there, everybody. It's Luke from Team Copperhead, and today we're going to talk about our fight with Kraken. So leading up to this fight, we had just fought Triton. Triton's big, nasty horizontal spinner, and we did take a little bit of damage. Triton was able to knock off one of our weapon bolts, so that got pretty chewed up, but the robot still stayed pretty sound. So we just had to replace that bolt, and we were pretty much ready for this fight. Kraken this season is all new. In previous seasons, they've been known for having a really durable robot. You can't kill them. But this season, they have a whole new robot. So this season, they're all brushless. They have an overhead attack weapon. So it's all new to them. Prior to this fight, they were having some issues. The fight that we had was actually delayed a couple times because they were still working out some speed controller issues with their new brushless system. But Matt was a great guy. He came by and always gave us status updates on the fight. They were able to put their robot in the test box and things were working out fantastic for them. So the strategy for fighting Kraken was really just not to drive directly into their into the mouth of the beast. We have a drum spinner, and we can actually deflect off of wedges, just like Kraken. So if we were to run right into them, there's a good possibility that we would just drive right up their wedge, get stuck, and then we'd be in a compromising position. We have seen in previous fights, Kraken versus Beta. Kraken's weapon's no joke. When that thing comes down, it hits pretty hard. So it definitely had the knockout power to at least take out our chains, and that's where Copperhead's known to be quite vulnerable. So for this fight, we were just running our standard configuration, which is just our standard forks, heavy top plate. So we did put on the thicker top plate because we had weight for that. So hopefully that'll protect us against any overhead hits. Yeah, we just want to drive off to the side of Kraken, get him in the side, avoid the front end, and that's pretty much all our strategy was. Is just, avoid the front and hit him hard. So in the beginning of this fight, we were kind of caught way off guard. Kraken just came out like a bullet. They definitely figured out their drive. That thing was insanely fast. It was very, disturbing from my point of view. They came at us so fast. But really the strategy was the same. It was just to avoid the front end, hit him from the side. A couple times there early in the fight, we got him with the hammer. So that was pretty cool. We got a hammer hit. And then the rest of the fight, we kind of had him up against the screws there for a while. Kraken had some trouble getting off the screws. They weren't quite self-righting. Kraken was able to just take out one of our baby snakes, and we had to get revenge. So at one point in the fight, we turned our attention to Wally. We took out Wally. Wally was actually the inspiration for our baby snakes. And then we went back in for another big hit. And that was pretty much the fight. So at that point, we turned our attention away from them and just started doing some acrobatics in the arena. It's really hard to get drive time in the arena. So for that last 10-second countdown, I was just trying to do all sorts of gyro flipping, gyro dancing, just trying to show off what the robot can do, because you don't typically get those chances. We didn't take a ton of damage, but Kraken was a trooper, fantastic team. It was a real honor to fight them. So after the fight, we unloaded the robot. We went outside to check the damage. Copperhead didn't take a ton of damage, a couple hits here and there, but Kraken was really nice. Kraken is actually Max's favorite robot, and we got some great footage of Max with Matt. Matt's a fantastic builder. Later on, Matt was actually gracious enough to give us this signed piece of Kraken. So this is gonna, go up in the garage. So hats off to them. This is fantastic. Thank you so much. So our next fight is Ripperoni, the big pizza-themed robot. They've been just tearing other robots up. They completely destroyed Endgame. They destroyed Hijinks. So they definitely have an insanely powerful weapon. So it should be a real pizza time. Ooh. My cheeks aren't made for a 2x4.